Hi, I'm Dawn Harrison and I'm your instructor for this class. I wanted to introduce myself to you and again remind you of the tips to succeed in this course. So I'll do the tips first and then I'll introduce myself. So the tips I'd emailed you were to, one, make sure that you submit all the assignments and quizzes. The submission, even if it's not correct or not complete, partial credit is better than no credit at all. Because if you don't submit something, then you're going to get a 0, and zeros are hard to bring up once you get them. So even if it's not complete or not correct, please submit the assignment. A lot of times I'll go through it, and if it's not correct, I can find out what's going on with it and give suggestions for fixing that. And sometimes I'll let you fix it and re-upload it. Okay, so always submit something. The second one is to work through the material, either tutorials that I provide or the tutorials in the textbook. So as, like for example, the textbook, they're going to give you case problems and things. Sit down at the computer and actually enter in the code and run the code. This is going to give you muscle memory so that when you start the assignment's going to be a whole lot easier because you're actually going to remember what you had typed in. So work through the tutorials in the books and things that I provide before you start the assignment. And the third thing is to ask questions, okay? And ask them early. So before the assignment's due, start working on it. That way, when you run into an issue, notice I said when, not if, when you run into an issue, first of all, post on the help discussion board. This is going to go out to everybody. So the classmates can see it and they can often answer it before I can get to it. But it's also going to get emailed to me, and that way I can see that you're having issues and I can go on to answer it also. Again, this goes out to everybody, so if it's sensitive or private, please email me directly and I can respond. Usually for emails, I respond within 24 hours, unless it's on the weekends or on holiday, and then I respond on the next business day. So, complete your assignments or turn them in, whether they're complete or not. Work through the tutorials, ask questions, okay? Don't wait till you're submitting the assignment and then say, oh, in the submission, say, oh, I had problems with this and I couldn't do it. Because by the time I see this, you're going to be working on the next week's assignment and you're going to have problems with that. And I'm not going to be able to have helped you resolve the first issue before you hit the second issue. So always make sure you do start your assignments early, and if you have problems, let us know early, okay, so that we can get them addressed. Okay. So those are some tips to getting succeeding in the class. Okay, the next thing I want to do is just introduce myself. Again, I'm Dawn, and I have been teaching for over 30 years in education and also in the private field. I started teaching online classes before Blackboard was even a thing, so that was in the late 90s. Back when things were just static, we'd put up static notes and stuff like that and give the students access to them. So I've seen a lot of changes for online teaching, and they've been great. I enjoy online teaching, or I just enjoy teaching, but I enjoy online teaching because it gives a chance for students who normally couldn't have access to school a chance to learn. And the problem is that I don't get to see you face to face, so I can't see where you're having the problems or issues, which is why it's important for you to let me know early that you're having them. Okay, I have in addition to teaching, and I usually teach 6 classes or more I teach at Southwestern full-time, and I'm teaching AB Tech part-time. I also have a farm where I have some cows, a horse that's almost 30, dogs and cats, and a whole bunch of chickens. And we raise food and can and stuff like that. And I also have, I'm an artist, so I also have a shop in Waynesville. So, like you, I have a lot on my plate, which comes to the next thing. When I email, my emails are pretty blunt because I have a lot of students, and I'm trying to get out my answers to my students as quickly as possible, as briefly as possible, and get them out so they're answered, they're answered, and you can move on, which means that they're blunt. And I have had a dean tell me before that I needed to put smiley faces on my emails. So it's not that I'm mean, it's not that I'm angry that you're emailing, it's just that I have a lot of emails, so I'm very blunt with them. So anyway, that's it. Don't be offended by my short emails. So that's all I had to say right now. I hope that you have a wonderful semester. Please show up for the class. Be prepared. That means doing the work. I know showing up doesn't mean the same thing as a face-to-face class, but make sure you make time for this class, schedule it if necessary, so that you have time to show up for the class, and be present. Be present in your work. So it's up to you to succeed. I am here to help you as much as possible, but I can't do the work for you. But I want you to succeed, and I will help you as much as I can. So let's have a great semester, and I look forward to meeting you and working with you. And let me know if you have any problems, please, and let me know early. Thank you, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.